So here I am in Seward. I actually spent the night last night because I was very wet and didn't feel like driving all the way back to Anchorage in the wet and cold and then trying to secure lodging. And the sun has finally broken through a bit. There it is, something we haven't seen for 10 days, except for maybe about well, I guess we saw it for about 4 hours one day. Pretty unbelievable here. The weather is brutal, but I have to say that Alaska is just gorgeous. Everything here is so big. It's so just stunningly beautiful. The mountains are all rugged, you know, they're all really jagged, attractive peaks. They're all, you can see here in Seward is covered up in clouds except for that little bit of sun, which it looks like is going to go away in just a couple minutes. But this has been just an amazing trip, an amazing place, and I have to tell you that I will be back into Alaska. If it's not permanently, it'll be for some extended period of time. I wanted to get over here and get some pictures of the mountains. You can look there, see that peak sticking up from behind the clouds. Same thing this way. I mean, it's just gorgeous here. This is what the other side of the road looks like. I mean, everything is just stunning here. The ocean is beautiful and blue. You know, the mountains are green and snow-capped even in late August. And I have to say that Seward is, if the weather's nice, Seward has got to be one of the most beautiful places on earth. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to see much of it. I spent most of the time on a boat fishing in the rain, and the clouds were so low that we could barely see shore from, you know, a few hundred yards off. And as soon as we got out into the ocean, it kind of looked like we were in the middle of nowhere. Now this is the main street of Seward. A lot of stuff goes on here downtown. We're actually in the middle of the Silver Salmon Derby, and I missed winning the Silver Salmon Derby by 8 ounces. I caught a hog. It was 13 pounds, like 13.931 ounces, and or 13 pounds 9.31 ounces, and the other one was just a little over 14 pounds. So I was a little disappointed because that would have meant $10,000. Now they said I'm still in the running for a couple other things, so they took my information and are going to, I guess, give me a buzz back later. But kind of cool here. Really like it. I could spend some serious time in Alaska, that's for sure. This is the municipal boat launch right here. A lot of folks come put their boats in just for the day. And everything here is very expensive, especially in Seward. Seward is 30% more expensive than Anchorage. There was really, you know, there's only so many places to eat, and a lot of the menus had prices, had special paper menus put in them. I have a feeling that they're just kind of ramping things up because it's Derby weekend, or Derby week, and I think they're jacking the price on everything so that they can make some extra money. This is actually the harbor, and I'm going to jump out here This is Seward Harbor. And if you see that boat there, that's a common type of boat. You see almost every boat here, if they don't have full cabins, they at least have full canvas because the weather here is kind of rough. But I spent some time walking around the harbor yesterday, just kind of looking around, and boy, it sure is looking like it's trying to get nice. So anyway, this is the harbor. And if you look over here, that is Resurrection Bay. The wind has turned around 180 degrees since we went out yesterday. And I understand that things are a little calmer out where we were, but it's very difficult. We went out to get, we were trying to catch some halibut, and we couldn't get out to the to the big halibut grounds. It was just way too rough. There were 20-foot waves, and in a 30-foot boat, that's just, we gave it a go, and the captain said no, too rough. We turned around and came back into shore. We did get all our silver salmon, and we did catch a couple of small halibut, but that was it. If you look out there, you can see boats going out. A lot of folks going out fishing. It's actually pretty late. It's after 8 o'clock right now. Gosh, I can't believe how beautiful the mountains are right here in Resurrection Bay. Just really cool. And most of this we couldn't see yesterday. I mean, literally could not see the mountains right next to the road. We saw like that one. The mountains are almost down to the clouds are almost down to the ground, so you could only see part of the mountain. But I'm actually going to go out and might try and get to the Exit Glacier today by foot. I don't know how far it is. It's probably a couple-mile hike, but the river is flowing over the road, and I can't say I'm real excited to get wet feet. So there's another couple boats tearing out. So that's it from Seward. I think I'm going to head out now and head back up towards Anchorage. It's been an awesome trip. I really can't believe all the things I've seen. Seward is beautiful. I'd like to come back here someday, but in typical fashion, there are so many other places to go and so many other things to see that I'll probably just continue my adventuring, and it may be a little bit before I get back to Seward. But I sure will get back to Alaska.